Today on the channel, we're not trolling around, but we do have the Mythic Legion's troll, Brontus.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mythic Legions unboxing and review. And today we've got another big bad troll, as we got Brontus from Mythic Legions. Now these of course are from the Mythic Legions website. They had a pre-order window, had to get into that pre-order window. They finally did ship. Sometimes there's some overstock available over at the big bad toy stores of the world, link in the description below. You might be able to find him there eventually. Or your best bet might be the eBays of the world or the Mercaris, things like that. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do a little bit of comparisons later on in the video as well, so stay tuned for that one. Interesting to note, too, just like the Ice Troll, which we also unboxed on the channel, check that video out. We did miss a head with this one as well. So Mythic Legion's team, of course, their factory, probably over in China, somewhere like that. They did forget to send the second head, and apparently everybody that pre-ordered this, you will get your second head in February. So I guess stay tuned for that in the future. But let's take a look at the packaging. As usual, big box, big window box, Mythic Legion's logo at the bottom. Very colorful box art design. Of course, the Mythic Legion's quite the story with all the different figures. A very expensive hobby if you're a completionist in the Mythic Legion's line for sure. On the side, you do got a big write-up there. I will take a picture of that, put that on the screen. I'm not going to read all that to you guys. I know you guys love to watch me read or hear me read. I'm not going to read all that one, though. And same thing with the other side. You can see old Brontus over on the side there. I think that is the extra head we're missing, the Cyclops-like head, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but you do got a little write-up for him right there. And then on the back of the package, there he is, looking big and bad and nationwide like a young ZZ Top. Very cool, very big, very heavy, very chunky figure, as you can imagine, with these Mythic Legion trolls. But I'm going to take this offline, get him out of the box, and we'll be back talking all things Brontus. All right, we got big Brontus out of the package here, and as usual, we're going to start with the accessories. Remember, a second head coming in February if you did pre-order this bad boy, but we do get this, and talk about medieval, talk about crazy, talk about a little scary here, as he does got a big wooden stick. It looks like a stick at the bottom with some steel around the side. Then through the top, the spike, you got a skull, and it looks like these trolls must not get along like a lot of other animals and humans and everything else. I guess not everybody likes everybody, because he took this troll out and he stuck this spike right through the skull. Now it's become like a hammer. You got the tusks on the skull, very good yellow color on here, and they even got some like rivets keeping the skull together here. So quite the dark, quite the menacing weapon here. Can you imagine a big troll you're fighting? Well, first, can't imagine fighting a troll, but if I had to, can you imagine if he had this as his weapon? I'm like, man, this guy means business. He's got a Skull of the Dead on here. Very cool. This could quite possibly be my favorite troll weapon we have received so far. Very cool look to this one right there. Now we turn it over to Brontus, the figure. And of course, like we see with these other trolls, got to get the most out of your molds. They use the same molds, but they give them different heads, different colorings, things like that. But it is the same mold that we're used to with all these other trolls we've talked about here on the channel. But very good, very stone-like back and arms on this guy. He's got a nice brown color to him. Really does pop, almost like a reddish kind of brown, like a reddish kind of stone that this reminds me of. Very cool. I love the tusks on the head, and then the blue eyes that are piercing deep into your soul is what we got going on here. Very cool. Then once again, those big troll ears going on. Very good looking guy. And then he does have an Eternia-like loincloth, like he's been an old Eternia visiting with the finest of tailors over there. Then we got the usual belt buckle as well. I love the gray color to this. It does really pop. This is a very colorful one. And you even got a little bit of kind of side leather type looking things there. So I don't know what that's about. He does, of course, have the bracelets like we've seen with the other trolls. And then you got the usual troll, 3 toes, 3 fingers, things like that. Very yellow in the nail department here to match the skin tone. Just very good looking. He does got toe articulation, or I should say foot articulation, back and forth. Got a little bit of leg articulation, nothing at the knees. A little bit of waist, not a whole lot. Once again, these guys aren't Spider-Man. They're not flipping around all over the place. You do get arms that go all the way around, big heavy arms. Single jointed elbows, but you do get the side to side on the elbows, and you get the hands that go side to side. Head, of course, removable. Head side to side as well. And that's all you're getting in the articulation department for him. But he's just one of those guys that's going to be sitting there on your shelf looking big, bad, menacing, just piercing a hole in your heart with his eyes as well. But let's grab that ice troll. His wave mate, I guess we'll call it, is this ice troll here. Just a big, big dude. Two guys that I guess you could have square off. You could have one is good, one is bad. Make up your own adventure is what you can really do with some of these Mythic Legions. But I really do like the two, and I like how different coloring they are. And of course, the head's different as well. We are getting 2 extra heads for each one of these, so theoretically you could buy another set of these to make 4 trolls. If they weren't so expensive, I would be very tempted to do that myself, but they do look really, really good together. And then I do got the other troll, which we unboxed on the channel, I don't know, 6 months ago, a year ago. What is time? But I got 3 of the finest trolls looking right here. I guess I'm just all in on the trolls, apparently. I love a big troll. You guys know I love a big figure, and that's exactly what we got here between the Ice Troll and Brontus and their old friend over here. So there they are. There's the Mythic Legions trolls. Very, very cool. Very strongly recommended by me. But what say you? You picking these trolls up? You all in? You all out? Cool, but not in for your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day and then some. And you want more content? Well, head on over to the Patreon channel as you get early access to videos like this, monthly giveaways, bonus content, Q&As, you name it, a lot going on the Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support the channel and content like this. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and make sure you're following along over on social media, SirPaul64 for Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Ice Troll, Brontus, and all trolls everywhere, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.